What if everything you believe about running faster is completely wrong? What if I told you that the runners who seem to glide effortlessly past you aren't superhuman? They're just doing something fundamentally different that nobody ever taught you. The secret I'm about to reveal has been hiding in plain sight for decades, used by Olympic athletes and weekend warriors alike, yet most runners will never discover it. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn why suffering through your runs is actually making you slower, not faster. You'll discover the invisible force that's been holding you back all along, and I promise you, the third secret is so simple, you'll wonder why nobody told you this from day one. This isn't about running more miles or pushing through more pain. This is about a complete paradigm shift in how you approach speed. Before we unlock these secrets together, I need you to do something right now. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like if you're ready to run faster without the suffering, and drop a comment telling me your biggest frustration with running. Because what you're about to learn will change everything, and you definitely don't want to miss what's coming next. Welcome to a journey that will fundamentally transform your relationship with running speed. Over the next several minutes, we're diving deep into the science, the psychology, and the practical techniques that separate runners who suffer from runners who soar. Prepare to discover why. Your brain might be your biggest obstacle, how tension is literally slowing you down with every stride, and the breathing secret that elite marathoners guard closely. This isn't just about running faster. This is about enjoying the process, staying injury-free, and unlocking a level of performance you never thought possible without suffering. We're going to shatter some myths, challenge conventional wisdom, and give you actionable strategies you can implement on your very next run. But before we jump in, I want to know where you're watching from. Comment below right now and tell me what city or country you're in. I absolutely love seeing our global running community come together from every corner of the world. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and join thousands of runners who are transforming their performance without the suffering. Here's the first game-changing secret that most runners never understand. Suffering during your runs is actually a sign you're doing it wrong, not a badge of honor. There's a pervasive myth in running culture that pain equals progress, that you have to push through agony to get faster, that real runners embrace the sufferfest. This is categorically false and scientifically unsound. When you're suffering during a run, your body is in a state of acute stress. Your sympathetic nervous system is activated, flooding your body with cortisol and adrenaline. Your muscles tense up as a protective mechanism. Your breathing becomes shallow and erratic. Your form deteriorates as fatigue sets in. Your brain starts sending increasingly urgent signals to stop. All of this creates a cascade of inefficiency that actually slows you down and prevents the adaptations you're seeking. Now here's what elite runners understand that changes everything. Speed should feel controlled. Challenging, yes, but never like torture. When you run at the right intensity for your current fitness level, something magical happens. Your body finds its rhythm. Your breathing synchronizes with your stride. Your muscles work in coordinated harmony rather than fighting against each other. Your mind stays clear and focused instead of screaming at you to stop. This is what sports scientists call your sustainable threshold, and it's completely individual to you. The mistake most runners make is trying to match someone else's pace or pushing themselves into the red zone because they think that's what improvement requires. But here's the truth. Consistent running at a challenging but sustainable pace creates far better adaptations than sporadic suffering sessions that leave you wrecked for days. Your body adapts to stress when you give it the right dose at the right time, not when you obliterate it repeatedly. Think about it this way. If you're so destroyed after every run that you dread the next one, how likely are you to maintain consistency? If every session feels like punishment, how long before you quit altogether? The runners who get faster over years and decades aren't the ones who suffer most. They're the ones who find the sweet spot where effort meets enjoyment, where challenge meets sustainability. This doesn't mean your runs should always be easy or comfortable. It means the discomfort should be productive, not destructive. You should finish your runs feeling accomplished and energized, not broken and defeated. When you shift your mindset from no pain, no gain, to smart effort equals smart gains, everything changes. You start listening to your body instead of bullying it. You learn to distinguish between productive discomfort and harmful suffering. You build a sustainable practice instead of a boom-bust cycle of hard efforts followed by injury and burnout. Now pause for a moment and think about your own running experience. How often do you finish a run feeling genuinely good versus completely wrecked? Are you constantly battling your body or working with it? Comment below right now and be honest. Do you think you might be suffering more than necessary on your runs? Do you wear your pain like a badge of honor? Or do you wish running felt better? I really want to hear from you because this mental shift is often the hardest part, but also the most transformative. While you're thinking about that, let's move to the second revolutionary secret. The second secret to running faster without suffering is understanding and eliminating unnecessary tension in your body. Most runners are fighting against themselves with every single step without even realizing it. When you watch recreational runners compared to elite athletes, one of the most striking differences isn't fitness or leg speed, it's relaxation. Elite runners look smooth, fluid, almost effortless, even when they're moving at incredible speeds. Their faces are relaxed, their shoulders are down, their hands are loose, their entire upper body flows with minimal wasted energy. Recreational runners, on the other hand, often look like they're wrestling with an invisible opponent. Shoulders hunched up near their ears, fists clenched tight, jaw locked, face contorted in a grimace, arms swinging wildly or held rigidly. All of this tension serves absolutely no purpose except to waste precious energy and slow you down. Here's what happens physiologically when you run with tension. Those tight shoulders create a chain reaction down through your body, restricting your breathing and limiting your arm swing. Efficiency. Those clenched fists signal to your nervous system that you're in danger, which triggers more stress hormones and more tension. That locked jaw actually restricts oxygen flow and increases perceived effort. All of these small tensions add up to massive energy waste over the course of a run. Now here's the transformative part. When you learn to run relaxed, you immediately become faster with the exact same fitness level. You're not getting fitter in that moment. You're just removing the brakes you've been dragging along. Think about driving a car with the parking brake partially engaged. You can still move forward, but you're working much harder than necessary, and you'll never reach your top speed. Releasing tension is like releasing that parking brake. Suddenly, the same engine moves you much faster with the same effort. So how do you actually run relaxed? It starts with awareness. During your next run, do a body scan every few minutes. Check your shoulders. Are they creeping up toward your ears? Actively drop them and roll them back. Check your hands. Are they clenched? Shake them out and imagine you're holding a potato chip in each hand that you don't want to crush. Check your jaw. Are you gritting your teeth? Let your jaw hang slightly open and relax your face completely. Check your arms. Are they swinging efficiently or flailing around? Keep your elbows at roughly 90 degrees and let your arms swing naturally from the shoulder. The beautiful thing about releasing tension is that it creates an immediate positive feedback loop. When you relax your upper body, your breathing improves. When your breathing improves, you feel less stressed. When you feel less stressed, your pace becomes easier to maintain. When your pace feels easier, you naturally relax more. It's a virtuous cycle that compounds throughout your run. Elite runners practice this constantly, doing relaxation checks throughout their training. Some use cues like smooth or float or loose to remind themselves to release tension. Others use visualization, imagining they're running through water or on clouds, something that requires a smooth, relaxed approach. The key is making relaxation as much a part of your running technique as your cadence or your foot strike. Take a second right now and actually try this. Wherever you're sitting or standing, tense up your shoulders and clench your fists. Notice how that feels. Now release everything and let your body go completely loose. Feel that difference? That's the difference between running with tension and running relaxed, and it makes a massive impact on your speed and how you feel. Comment below, have you noticed yourself running with a lot of tension? Tight shoulders, clenched fists, grimacing face? What do you think about the video so far? Is this resonating with you? Drop those comments because your engagement really helps this content reach more runners who need it. Now we arrive at the third and perhaps most powerful secret, The breath is the gateway to effortless speed. If you master nothing else, master this, and you'll run faster without suffering. Most runners breathe completely wrong. They breathe shallow, they breathe erratically, they hold their breath during hard efforts. They breathe only through their nose or only through their mouth based on some myth they heard. All of this creates unnecessary suffering and limits performance. Here's what you need to understand. Your breathing pattern directly controls your nervous system state, which directly controls how you feel during your run. When you breathe shallowly and rapidly from your chest, you're triggering your fight-or-flight response. Your body interprets this breathing pattern as a signal of danger. Cortisol spikes. Heart rate increases beyond what's necessary for the pace. Muscles tense, and you feel like you're suffering even at moderate intensities. When you breathe deeply and rhythmically from your diaphragm, you're activating your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode. Your body interprets this as safety. Heart rate stays controlled, muscles stay relaxed, and you can maintain harder efforts with less perceived suffering. The elite running secret is rhythmic belly breathing, and it's transformative. Here's how it works. Instead of random, chaotic breathing, you establish a rhythm that matches your cadence. The most common pattern is a 3-2 rhythm. Inhale for 3 steps, exhale for 2 steps. Some runners prefer 2-2 or 3-3 depending on intensity. The specific pattern matters less than having a pattern at all. When you breathe rhythmically, several incredible things happen simultaneously. First, you ensure adequate oxygen delivery and carbon dioxide removal, which is obviously crucial for performance. Second, you create a meditative state where your mind focuses on the rhythm instead of the discomfort. Third, you regulate your pace naturally because you can't maintain the breathing rhythm if you're going too fast. Fourth, you stay relaxed because rhythmic breathing prevents that panic response that makes everything feel harder. Fifth, you prevent side stitches and other breathing-related issues that plague many runners. Here's how to practice this. Start on your easy runs where you have plenty of breathing capacity. Begin inhaling through your nose and mouth together for 3 steps, then exhaling through your mouth for 2 steps. Count in your head. In 2, 3, out 2. In 2, 3, out 2. At first, this will feel mechanical and strange. You might feel like you're getting too much or too little air. That's normal. Your body is used to chaotic breathing and needs time to adapt to a rhythm. Stick with it for at least 10 minutes on each run. Within a week or two, the pattern becomes automatic, and you'll notice something remarkable. Running feels easier even though you're going the same pace or faster. The rhythm becomes meditative, almost hypnotic. You fall into a flow state where miles pass without conscious effort. Your mind stops fighting your body because the breath creates a bridge between them. When the effort increases on hills or during faster segments, you can shift to a 2-2 pattern, in 2, out 2. This provides more frequent breathing cycles for higher intensity. The key is maintaining the rhythm rather than letting your breathing become chaotic. Advanced runners even use their breathing rhythm as their primary pacing tool. They know exactly which rhythm corresponds to which effort level, and they use it to regulate intensity more accurately than a watch ever could. Your breath never lies. If you can't maintain your rhythm, you're going too hard. If the rhythm feels too easy, you can push more. Beyond the physical benefits, there's a profound psychological element here. When you control your breath, you control your mind. When you control your mind, suffering transforms into sensation, into information rather than a command to stop. You become the observer of your running experience rather than the victim of it. That grimacing face you used to make? Gone. Because you're breathing in a way that prevents that stress response. Those thoughts screaming at you to stop? Quieter. Because your regulated breath is telling your brain that everything is actually okay. Stop and really consider this. When was the last time you paid attention to your breathing during a run? Do you even know what pattern you fall into naturally? Think about how different your runs might feel if you approach them with this kind of breathing awareness. Comment below right now. Do you struggle with breathing while running? Does it feel chaotic and panicked, especially when you speed up? Have you ever tried rhythmic breathing? I genuinely want to know because this is where so many runners find their breakthrough. Here's how these three secrets work together to create the holy grail of running. Speed, without suffering. When you stop treating suffering as necessary and instead run at challenging but sustainable intensities, you build consistency. Consistency builds fitness. Fitness makes everything easier. When you eliminate unnecessary tension from your body, you remove the energy-wasting brake that's been slowing you down. You become mechanically efficient. Efficiency means the same effort produces more speed. When you master rhythmic breathing, you control your nervous system state. You stay calm even during hard efforts. Calmness prevents the downward spiral of tension, panic, and deteriorating form. These three elements create a synergistic effect where each one reinforces the others. Sustainable intensity allows you to stay relaxed. Staying relaxed makes it easier to maintain breathing rhythm. Breathing rhythm helps you find the right sustainable intensity. It's a beautiful cycle where each element supports the others, creating an overall experience of running that feels dramatically different from the sufferfest most runners endure. You start to understand what elite runners mean when they talk about floating or being in the zone. You're working hard, yes, but it doesn't feel like suffering. It feels like flow, like your body is doing what it was designed to do. The transformation available to you isn't about becoming superhuman or discovering some secret supplement or training hack. It's about working with your body's natural intelligence instead of against it. It's about understanding that your body wants to be efficient, wants to find rhythm, wants to perform well. You just have to stop forcing it into patterns of tension and suffering. Every single run is an opportunity to practice these three secrets. Check in with your effort level. Challenging or destructive? Scan your body for tension and release it. Establish your breathing rhythm and let it guide you. These aren't complex techniques requiring years to master. They're simple principles you can implement immediately, and you'll feel the difference on your very next run. Will you magically run a 6-minute mile tomorrow if you've been running 10-minute miles? Of course not. But you'll run your current pace with less suffering, which means you can run it more often. Which means you'll build fitness faster, which means you'll eventually get to that faster pace you're chasing. And here's the beautiful paradox. When you stop suffering so much and start enjoying your runs more, you actually want to run more. When you want to run more, you do it more consistently. Consistency is the single biggest predictor of improvement in running, so by suffering less, you actually improve faster. Mind-blowing, right? As we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to remember something crucial. Running is supposed to feel good. Not every single second of every single run, but overall, running should enhance your life, not diminish it. It should make you feel strong, capable, and alive, not broken, defeated, and dreading the next session. The secret to running faster without suffering isn't really a secret at all. It's about respecting your body's signals, eliminating inefficiencies, and training smart instead of just training hard. It's about understanding that sustainable progress beats sporadic heroics every single time. You now have three powerful tools. Run at challenging but sustainable intensities instead of constant suffering. Eliminate tension from your body and run relaxed. Master rhythmic breathing to control your nervous system. Implement these on your next run, and I promise you'll feel a difference. Keep practicing them, and you'll transform your running completely. Before you go, I need 3 things from you. First, comment below right now and tell me which of these 3 secrets hit home for you the most. Are you going to focus on finding your sustainable pace? Work on releasing tension? Practice rhythmic breathing? Tell me in the comments because I read every single one and I want to hear about your journey and your breakthroughs. Second, if this video opened your eyes to a different way of running, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. We're building a community of intelligent runners who train smart, and I want you to be part of it. We're all getting better together. Third, your education doesn't stop here. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now where we go even deeper into running. Performance, covering everything from injury prevention to mental toughness to nutrition strategies that actually work. Continue this journey with me. Keep learning, keep improving, keep running smarter. Remember that every run from this moment forward is a chance to practice these principles. Every step is an opportunity to run faster without suffering. You have everything you need right now to transform your running. The only question is whether you'll actually implement what you've learned or just go back to the same old patterns. I believe you're going to choose transformation. I believe your best running is still ahead of you. And I believe that when you stop suffering and start flowing, you're going to fall in love with running all over again. Now get out there and show the world what you're capable of when you run smart, run relaxed, and run with rhythm. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, run fast, run free, and most importantly, run without suffering.